Good afternoon, fellow Americans from Puerto Rico. Here to inform you, Eduardo Rodriguez. I want to talk to you today. A little bit late. I wanted to do it a little bit early, but things that are happening in the United States, my beloved United States, are terrible. With the Democrats, not with Trump, who's trying to fix and save America. It's the Democrats any way possible. They're trying to destroy the safety, the welfare, the well-being, the joy, and the freedom of the American people. Now, today I was reading, I don't know if it's true, but I read it, and I got it here as proof that a judge fined a person, a guy, Brandon Sobioski. I think the name, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I'm gonna show it a little later on so you can see the name pronounced right or spelled right, because I'm not sure if I said it right. He was fined $500 and let go after being charged with a threat. No, wait a minute. I think I'm saying it wrong. Let me see if I'm right when I show you the news. But the guy threatened to give out or offered to give out $500 to anyone who could kill an ICE agent. I think he was in prison. That's the reality. But I want to show you a little bit later. But I want to show you the news. I got it right here. Thank God for technology. So you can see what I'm saying. Democrats are the enemy of this country. They put in judges like Obama did with a lot of places. He put in judges that supported his plan to undermine us, to undermine this nation, destroy it, keep us unsafe, and demonstrating that they are the true fascists and racists. They are the true fascists and racists. I'm going to show you. It's not me. I'm going to show you proof, photos, so you can say, "Oh, wait a minute, this guy's lying through his teeth." No, I'm not lying. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you proof and evidence. Hillary receiving a kiss from the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. Before I go with this guy who offered $500 to anybody who killed an ICE agent, Hillary is so racist that Bill Clinton had a relation with an African American woman, beautiful woman, had a son with that woman. And because of Hillary Clinton, because Bill was sending, I think, money to the kid and recognizing him until Hillary got into the way. But Bill Clinton is responsible too, because if I have a son, I don't care from who. That's my son. I don't care what color he would be. My son is the product of me marrying my wife. We've been married. We're going to be married in January 15th, 45 years, and I love her to death. Who has African American, if you want to call it that way, even though she was born in Puerto Rico, of African descent. She has blood in her veins of African descent, and I love her to death. I've been married, and I'm going to die with her. I'm going to be with her until God calls me, until I die, until the day I leave this planet. And I recognize my son. My son is an officer with the rank of major in the United States Army. And my responsibility for that son, and my only son, so I don't have any more sons, because I want to be real responsible. And one time in my life, I couldn't afford to have a big family if I wanted to give a good education to my son. And I stayed with that one son, and I helped him out. I advised him in many areas to do what he became. You know, they want him to do what I did. I went into the armed forces as a non-commissioned officer. I was honorably discharged with the rank of E4. I didn't want my son to go through the hell I went through. I wanted him to better himself. So I advised him because he wanted to more or less do what I did. And I stopped him. I said, wait a minute, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, and I advised him what to do. Thank God he didn't take all my advice because he went into the Army. I wanted him to go into the Air Force. But anyway, I'm proud of him because he has achieved a lot of things that are just completely, definitely proud of my son, who has reached the rank he has, and he was a parachutist. He has medals. He got so many medals in his chest, which I didn't have. Because, I was in a time where there was no war going on. There was nothing going on. So basically, he's the one who became what I wanted to be. He's my hero. And I was responsible as a father, no matter he was the product of a woman who has African American blood in her veins. I still loved her, and I was still responsible, and I'm still with her. We live in this house. You can see I'm right here in the seat of my house. Right now, she's with her father, taking care because the father's in a wheelchair, and she's attending him. And she's a saint of a woman. I love her to death. And Hillary intervened, so Bill Clinton couldn't see her son no more. This lady is a witch. I didn't want to say that word. It just came out of my mouth. I'm sorry for saying it because they might ban me for sure from YouTube for this. But she's evil. This lady is evil. She's evil to the extent beyond the worst nightmare. And I got proof here. I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes. But I want to, and I'm going to show you another photo right now of George Soros. You know, let me put this that has nothing to do with the story. But a lot of people believe that Jose Marti from Cuba was a communist. He wasn't a communist. If he would have been alive, Fidel Castro would have had him killed. There's not a movie as him as an adult made in Cuba. Why? Because Jose Marti was an anti-communist, and he even said it. The guy was a genius. He said it in a time where Marxism was barely born. The idea of Marxism, which all was a fraud, which was a real fraud and a lie, a book of lies and of dreams that could only be achieved in heaven with this equality. Only place. Reagan said something to the respect to what I'm saying, something similar. There is a movie with Jose Marti, but when he was a kid, when he was a young kid, because he hadn't said anything against the communists until he was a grown-up. That's why you're not going to see any movie developed in Cuba about Jose Marti. The real communists and the fascists, which the Democrats are calling us, are them, are the Democrats. They are the true communists, racists, fascists, and terrorists. They are the ones trying to destroy us, including George Soros, which also I'm going to show a photo with his quote, with one of his quotes. This guy is a racist. He said that the blacks were easy to manipulate, which Hillary said more or less something similar. It's not the same thing. Lyndon B. Johnson, who was another racist, says something about approving welfare. I'm not sure, but maybe I may be wrong, for the blacks, so they could keep them in a state of semi-slavery. They can control them, so they won't bother. That was Lyndon B. Johnson. He says something to that fact. Read it and check it out and see it online because it's in the internet. That's why Obama, another monster, wanted the United Nations to control what we said and wanted the United Nations to administer the internet because he knew it was going to destroy his chances. He was in favor of globalism. And I'm not saying all Republicans are great because of George Bush. George Bush father, a hero of World War II. Not everybody's a patriot. Some of them are traitors. They wanted that system where one government controlled the whole world. So, we have our traitors among us, even in the Republican Party. They're trying to backstab Trump. Some of them want to sign the impeachment document, removing Trump from office, who's doing a great job, who's lowering unemployment to the lowest in history, where this job is booming, where people are getting paid more than ever, where people are really enjoying the fruits of democracy. And the Democrats want to destroy that and destroy you by bringing in a whole bunch of illegals who are illegal, the word says it, and give them Medicare and give them all kinds of benefits, licenses to drive, including terrorists in those illegals, from gangs to Islamic, who want to kill us. And they're infiltrating all the offices of the government. And the Democrats want to stop Trump from enforcing the law and enforcing the deportation of these people who want to destroy us. That's who the Democrats are. Well, let me go to the guy wanted to offer $500, most surely a Democrat, if they're all like that. And the judge, I think, let me see. I'm not going to talk without reading because my mind, I just can't remember things like I used to, and I tend to forget. Okay, it's right here. Man acquitted by judge for offering $500 to kill ICE agents. In other words, he didn't go to prison. Acquitted. Man acquitted by right here. Look. Let me put it there because if I don't do this, I can't do it any other way. So you're gonna have to excuse me because if I do it the other way, it's not gonna come out. I wish the image could just change so you can see it a lot better. But that guy right here, I'm pointing at him with my finger, is the guy who was offering the $500. This creep, this infernal creep. And the judge let him off, acquitted him. Acquitted him. Can you believe that? The judge acquitted him. Let me see the name of the judge and see if I can. The guy who offered the $500 name is I say no. Okay, I said it wrong. The guy who offered the $500 to kill the agent wasn't the name wasn't Siobrowski. The guy who offered the $500 wanted to kill ICE agent Brandon Siobrowski, age 35, was arrested. And it says it here. I should have read this before I came into the internet live. But it doesn't say the name. But it's okay. Let me see. Press. Attorney various and this. Oh, the judge, the attorney. Okay, it said the case should never have gone this far. The Democrats are just pure, pure, pure evil. I'm trying to see right away if I can see anything else, right off the bat. But unfortunately, like I say, I should have gone and read first before I came on the air live. But that's the guy. Oh, that's the guy. The photo of the guy right there, smiling with a smile all over his face. I think that's the guy. I don't know if it's the agent. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I may be wrong. I don't know if that guy with the haircut is the agent or the guy who offered the $500 because it doesn't say his name on the bottom. But I believe it's just the guy because if this guy is the agent, it doesn't look like this guy. So it might be that this guy is the guy who offered the $500, and this is the agent right there in the back, and that's showing his face, so they won't jeopardize his life. But you guys could look in further on because there's so much information on the internet that if you're ignorant or you lack knowledge of what's happening, the internet can help you out. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. You can even read the Bible in the internet. You can read about the precepts and quotes of Islam. I'm not interested really. I read some quotes that they have in the Bible, like you have to strike at the neck, and they say it a whole bunch of times. The only thing I have to do is watch the twin towers that went down in New York. That's all I have to see. And the planes that fell, the ones that hit the Pentagon, and the ones that fell in the I think it was in the fields of Pennsylvania. I don't know if it was more than three, but I think it's just three. No, it's four planes. The two that hit the twin tower, the one that hit the Pentagon, and the one that fell in the fields of Pennsylvania. And, I wasn't all that wrong. So, that's all I had to see is the video. And the movie that I saw, that's all I have to see. As a matter of fact, I worked at the post office, and I had this person. I remember this person where I was working at, who came to visit us, and I spoke with him because he came from New York. And I asked him about, I told him maybe, I think I didn't know we was from New York, but I know that I told him, hey, what do you think about I know I asked him about what happened, the attack on the World Trade Center of these Islamic terrorists. And he told me, I saw the planes that hit the building because I was across from New Jersey in the building that I was working at. And I saw one of the planes hit. And I thought it was an accident. I said, the guy thought it was an accident. But then he realized something was wrong when the second one hit. When he saw the second one hit, because he was working at a building across from the river, from, I don't know if I'm mistaken, the Delaware River, the river, the Hudson River, excuse me, it could be the Hudson River, the Delaware River. I think it's in Washington, D.C. Because I was there. I was in Washington, D.C. and visited. So I think it's the Hudson River, which I think crosses and divides New Jersey from New York. Somebody can correct me if they want to, because I'm not all that knowledgeable. I'm not a genius either. I pretend to be one. So this is what this guy told me. It was a big CEO from, I don't know, manager or something in the post office, and he was working at a building. And he saw one at a time. He saw the second attack. He saw the second building hit the twin, one of the twin towers, because there were two. One hit one, and one hit the other, and he saw both of them. He thought the first one was an accident, but when he saw the second, he said, "Oh, wait a minute! Now there's something wrong." So These people aren't, charity workers. They're not Salvation Army workers. These people are terrorists, which the Democrats want to let in and are supporting. Because you see them in the Senate, I mean, you see them in Congress, you see them in, seeking posts, every once in a while, see them. Oh, a Muslim want to see them, so and so and such thing. And I'm amazed of how the hell we're letting this happen. What's happening to us? Are we so weak? The democracy is so weak that we can't stop this? There was a law where they wouldn't be permitted to come in, and Obama broke that law by letting them in droves, and they're taking advantage of our laws. They even said it. We're going to use your own laws to conquer you. And they're doing it. And they do it little by little, little by little. Look what's happening in Europe. I don't know if it was I think in Switzerland. I know the last thing that I read is they were taking out these senior citizens from one of these countries. I don't know if it was Germany, Sweden, Germany, or England. I think it was Switzerland, to accommodate the Muslims. Can you believe that? Can you fathom the idea that these people are destroying their own country? And they're doing it a lot of times because they're receiving money. That's why we should stop buying their oil. Thank God Donald Trump opened the oil fields, so we're becoming financially the independent of the oil of these people, because we make them filthy rich, and they're using that to attack us, to threaten our democracy. And the Democrats are the ones supporting that. So let me show you another photo of George Soros, one of the big supporters, financial supporters of the Democrat Party, and a true racist. A Jewish man who turned in his own people during Second World War II. He would denounce a Jewish family. I don't know how they sent him to the concentration camp. Well, Hitler was a real big hypocrite. There were some Jews that would do his work, and he would let them off and not even bother them. And sometimes Germans knew about Jews who were even in the military, and they would just leave them alone, let them live, and they wouldn't do nothing to him because he was part of the army and was doing, helping them. And George Soros was one of them. He was a traitor of his own people. He was the devil between his own people. The devil was him. And he's financing all he can to destroy his own people, the Jewish nation, and destroy the United States. Look what this guy says here. I'm gonna read it because I don't know if you can see it well. Thank God to the technology. Isn't technology wonderful? Okay. There's so many things you can do. There's so many wonders. Something that didn't exist years ago. Thank God I learned how to use it. Because as a veteran, I received help by let me see this program that says Aspire, but in Spanish, Aspira, which was a program to help veterans gain knowledge in a program which lasted like 3 months, I think, was in the university. I went to the Inter-American University, and this professor helped me to use this because I didn't know how to use it. And we used the ones that flip and open, open and shut type cellular phone, these small ones. I didn't know how to use this, and she helped me out. Thank God, because like I do news, and I receive news from the opposition of Cuba. in the United States and Puerto Rico and inside that nightmare that they live with, the communist nightmare. You know, I spread and I help them out, and I contribute with my voice here in videos. Which I learned this just a couple of weeks ago how to use the video. Thank God, because I'm putting my part to help out, including to help out a guy who's in prison in Cuba who was kidnapped and is tortured, Jose Daniel Ferrer Garcia, a true hero who's denouncing the evils of the regime and helping his own people out, the seniors and people that are going hungry there. And because of that, they removed him. They kidnapped him and they're torturing him right now. I hope they don't kill him. And there's 3 other political prisoners who are also in prison. And the prisons over there are pure hell. The only one who could probably support was in the prisons there, because I've heard people who were ex-prisoners there who told me things that are a nightmare. Like seeing dead rats near the food where they had to go and eat. And people vomiting or having dizziness and falling over. You know, it's a nightmare. And they do it on purpose. Well, look what, I'm going to read first, and then I'll show you a photo of his quotes. I'm going to bring down the United States by funding black hate groups. We'll put them into a mental trap and make them blame white people. The black community is the easiest to manipulate. This is this guy, George Soros. Let me see if I can show it here. You know, I'm not the one saying that. Okay, wait a minute. It just went down. George Soros is the one saying it. It's not me. Okay, that's George Soros. That's the body of the Democrat Party. He's the darling. He's the darling of the Democrat Party. George Soros. And you can look that up in the internet, and it's right there. It's not that I invented. I wasn't the right one who put that there. I didn't write it. It was him who said it. It's one of his quotes. So you can believe me. You won't believe me. The Democrats won't believe me. That's for sure. The communists won't believe me. They say I'm a liar, and I'm like the Cubans say it to the opposition. You're a PT Yankee. PT Yankee. PT Yankee is a piece of Yankee. I don't know if I'm saying it right. If I'm translating it, PT Yankee is here. You piece of Yankee. Or like you're a trader, you know. So that's why I believe in the sanctions against Cuba. Because these people need to be sanctioned. And everything, any benefits that they would want from the United States, because they're sending their people to get retired over here. I'm talking about the communists. So they can live in luxury. And keep supporting and keep spreading out the vicious lies and venom of the communists. I know it because I see that. I was a member of a church where the pastor would praise Obama. I said, "Oh, you're praising this guy? This guy's a communist, Muslim and communist. So you're praising the same thing that destroyed your country? It's a pastor." That's why I left the church. He came looking for me to see if I retired. I said, "No." You know, I said, "Yeah, I'll go." I never went back because I'm not going to support a church who dances with God and with the devil. I'm not going to do that. You know, I'm not that kind of person. Maybe somebody else is that me, because there was a bunch of people that listened to his BS, but I just didn't take it. And the president of the north part of Puerto Rico, of the association, another one who was a pilot in the Cuban armed forces. So that means he's a communist. And the guy made one time he made he realized he made a mistake because he said something in front of me, which I don't want to say here because it was kind of like a sexual thing that he said about these two girls that were passing by. So this is the guy that represents the Northern Association of the church. I don't want to say the church, but I just don't want, not everybody's like that. We have real good people. There were real good people in the church. Unfortunately, the one I was, there was full of corruption. Even a lady that had killed her husband. Can you believe that? She was preaching, and he was one of them. And I told the pastor about it. I said, yeah, but she preaches good. I said, yeah, okay. And I never returned back to the church. And you keep on preaching. And I didn't know about it until one guy told me. And I heard that there's a lady there killed her husband. She shot her husband and killed him. And then I found out, and another lady told me, oh, that guy was a great person. I knew her husband. And she killed him with a shot, with a gun, right in the kitchen of her house. This lady was pure evil. And she was preaching in the pulpit. I don't know if I'm saying it right. In front of the church, she was in front of the church. She would preach. She would get up and she preached good. But this lady was pure evil, and I could tell she did something. Did things to me that I realized this lady had the devil in her, and she was even the president of the association was praising her efforts in the church, and giving her support and motivating her. I said, no, wait a minute, I don't forget about this. I want to go to the Salvation Army, but since I know a lot, I read so many books about the church I supported. I just have too much knowledge. I just can't go into another church knowing what I know and knowing that I'm in the wrong place. Even though I praise and I support and the Salvation Army. To me, it's the best. They don't help the people, with with hypocrisy, saying that they do and then they lie. No, they really help people. So I suggest you donate to the Salvation Army. That's a church that's worth donating to, and the Catholic Church, believe it or not. Even though the Pope is another one, it's another case. To me, another communist and talking things that he should be removed from the Vatican. Even calling Christians a terrorist. Can you believe that from a Pope? It's just incredible. This guy is another evil case, another deranged evil person, another liberal, twisted mind. Comparing us worse than Islam, and supporting Islam, and meeting with these people that want to create a caliphate and annihilate him. It wasn't so sad. It would be even funny what the stupid idiot is doing. It's incredible. It's just incredible. I got another photo here. I'm going to show you who are the true racists and the true fascists. Let me show you Hillary being kissed by the Grand Wizard of the KKK. The guy is dead already. I think his name is right here, and Bird, but I think it's Robert Bird or something. I don't want to say something that's wrong. So let me put it here. So it's kind of funny. Let me see if it has a name here. Well, I can't get the name here, but I got the picture here. Let me see if I can put it this way, and you can see it. There you go. Receiving a kiss, and she's supporting her. She's smiling. Hey. There you go. There you go. those who support those African Americans who support Hillary. There you go. And I should have gotten a photo where Bill Clinton and her are dressed in black tweed makeup. And I should have shown a picture of Bill Clinton's son, of this African American lady who produced this one African American kid who looks like a wonderful kid. I've heard him talking. I read him. I don't think I saw a video. Yeah, I think I saw a video of him speaking that he wanted to meet his father. He just wanted a relation. He don't want anything from his father, just a relation. And the father was accepting the relations. That means he recognized he had a relation with that lady, and he recognized the son. He accepted it. But then Hillary, who's just pure evil incarnate, stopped Bill Clinton from receiving it. I would have left Hillary. If I would have been, it would have been me. I said, "No, well, darling, I'm sorry. Let's divorce. I want to separate from you." She's so corrupt that she lost a law license to practice law. That's why she wants power, because she wants to be getting rich and rich, and not to help the American people, just for her convenience, like all the Democrats want to do. Elizabeth Warren, another case. There's this other guy who's still running for president. I just forgot his name right now, right off the bat. Who's another African American guy, kind of like mixed, kind of like light skin. Cory Booker, another case. They're all corrupt. Joe Biden, his son making deals, and Joe Biden threatening the government that they wouldn't have his son, that they wouldn't help his son, or giving so many thousands of dollars. These people are corrupt and evil. It's not like Trump. Trump got into power, and he refused to salary the presidency. This is the kind of president we need, and this is the guy we have, Donald Trump. I hope he wins again. And I bless him and I pray for him and his whole family every day I can, and I won't forget. If I don't forget, and if I'm not in a rush or something, I might forget. But I pray for my country, and I pray for Donald Trump, and I pray for our armed forces. And I pray that we can keep up and have our democracy and never lose it. And we can, the possibility is we can lose it if we do not stand with Trump and support him. If we don't get active and we don't motivate ourselves and we don't go and vote, it can happen. The vote is a very powerful tool. That's why the Democrats want to take it away from us by giving it to the illegals. They want to do it because they want to destroy us. They know that the corrupt plans and the corrupt form of life can't continue if we keep supporting Trump. So that's why they want the illegals who are coming in, and that's why they're helping them, and they're giving them everything they need. They want to reduce the age of the voting rights so they can they can vote. People of 16 years of age. Can you imagine that? What does a kid of 16 years of age know? Nothing. Very little of reality. The age should be raised to 21 years of age. Forget about it, they're serving in the military, the 21 years of age. Not the drinking, I'm talking about the voting. Because not even at 19, 18, over 18, you still, they're not qualified enough. They even should take some kind of a test, might be a violation of their civil rights. You know, it might be controversial but it could be that they set up a type of test where it would be balanced and equal and not discriminate, but to show their knowledge of what they should know to be allowed to vote, to qualify to vote, to see where they're standing, and if they have the knowledge sufficient to vote and know what's happening, including defending the Constitution of the United States. Well, friends, I'm going to keep on continue informing and letting you know what's happening. My opinion. There's a lot of opinions and a lot of people speaking. You have like Brandon Tetman, one of the guys that are here, and there's another guy. I'm continuing listening from one to another, and I'm trying to I'm trying to gain the knowledge from hearing and reading. But there's a lot of people that are better, a lot better than me. Michael Savage, Alex Jones, Hannity, the Ingram Angle, Mark Levin, Ben Shapiro, Michael Knowles. At Fox News, you got a lot of people there, basically. There's more than what I'm talking about, who are true patriots and are educating the American people on what's really happening. So I know I'm just a minor situation here, or contributor, and I'm going to keep on doing it. Why? Because we need to have more people come in, make more videos like this, and inform their own people. I'm trying to inform the people of Puerto Rico, because the ignorance here is just horrendous. Horrendous. You got people that go into the armed forces, serve, and backstab the United States, and hate Donald Trump, and receive benefits, and living in luxury, and you see them lawyers and doctors, and I don't know where the brain was. I don't know where their eyes were at, or their ears were, or they're just as evil, supporting evil. So I'm just gonna keep on informing. I don't care what it takes. So I'll see you in the next time. Goodbye. God bless America. God bless Donald Trump. God bless his family. God bless our armed forces. Until the next time. Bye-bye.